Alright. Welcome back to the mania mLN Tournament 3 in the semifinals round. For this match, we'll be having Ontabikasi versus Pavin. I'm Soloas Kaios and joining me is gonna be Potassium Elf. Welcome, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Excited to see a lot more of these matches because as we're getting, the rosters, the players have been already ridiculously stacked since the start, but now we're getting into semifinals. This is now like the best of the best. Every single one of these players is absurdly good.
Yeah, it's really sad because like we already have one eliminated player, and out of all of it, it has to be Gaysol. I'm just really sad that a player as good as him was eliminated already.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy to think about that. I mean, so many of these players are going to be eliminated. They have to be eliminated at some point, right? And Gaysol is really surprising being eliminated at this point, but you look at the players and it's like, well, if Gaysol wasn't eliminated, that means that Mr. Moo would have been eliminated, and that's also surprising in its own way.
I mean, at least for me, the biggest surprise of this tournament would have been Mr. Moo. I was not expecting him to do really well because like he's really known as a 7K player, and like you know how fast 4K maps could really go. So Mr. Moo definitely is a surprise to me, and honestly, I can't wait to see how these two will perform because whoever's the winner of this is actually going to be facing Mr. Moo.
Oh, that is going to be interesting, definitely. And these two players are two of the extremely strong players. I would have thought like this is a pretty crazy losers bracket matchup, all things considered. Pavin put up a pretty monstrous performance last week against Miku Aimbot, despite losing in the end. So
that is true. I mean, Pavin is one of the fastest improving players in the world right now. I did see them in 4-digit MWC 4. They actually played really well, but it's so surprising to me that they came from there to the point where they are right now. So certainly one of the fastest improvers out there. And quite funnily enough, I would also say Miko Aimbot is also up there as the fastest improvers in the world at the meantime. So it just goes to show how many players there are that's just skill boosting out of nowhere.
yeah, and we're seeing a lot of them in this tournament as well, even. So we'll have to see. Ontabikasi, obviously, a name that has been, on the other hand, has been around for a very long time.
That is true. Honestly, there's a storyline that I kind of want to make in this matchup because do you want to hear an interesting fact about this tournament right now?
What is it?
There's only 2 players from Osimania LN2 that are still alive in Osimania LN3. I'm
Wait,
talking
two
about the tournament.
players.
And Ontabikasi is one of them. So
that would be Ontabikasi and you?
yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So yeah, this is definitely something to take note of because if you think about it, it's kind of like a veteran versus a rising star. This is what the matchup is all about, in my opinion. So yes, Pavin is improving really fast, but will Ontabikasi's experience and veteran, like just the veteran ability, will that overpower the improvements that Pavin have been showing? That's honestly what I want to see this match. It's definitely going to be interesting to see that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I mean, it feels like with the amount of new players, we're seeing all the names in the upcoming matches, the amount of new players there really does feel like there is a new generation that's rising altogether as like kind of being dominant in LNs in particular.
But yeah, it's really cool that we're having a mix of veterans and rising stars in a tournament like this. Just goes to show how many players are passionate from all, from everywhere in general.
Yeah, of course. And the interest in LN, of course, rising very rapidly as well. You think back to, when LN was, what, like 2016 even. If I think back to like 2015, 2016, I'm thinking about like MWC. The MWC finals, I remember like finals map pool was like Morgenglut, and that was considered hard for the time. And if you go like nowadays, Morgenglut's like easier than any map in this entire tournament. It's crazy.
I mean, even for me, Morgenglut is still a difficult map. But like, I wonder where that would fall under. Okay, wait. Here we go. Here's the warm up.
Here we go. We finally loaded in. Bit of client issues, but that's okay here. That's a nice Canadian picture in the background.
Whoa, did it just,
I don't know what that pattern was.
That was an anchor. An anchor and then a trill, I think. Okay, let's see.
Okay. We're going with some PP fun patterns.
Oh my god, no way. The fact that there's
right. Okay. Wait a second, this isn't base drop ring.
That's not, yeah, that's
Hang on a second.
that is not base. That is literally.
I'm like, wait a second.
Like, turn up the base. Wait, it just turn up the base, but it's base drop. So what
Turn
really
down
is
the
going on?
base. We want the base to go lower.
Does it turn down the base or turn up the base? I'm confused. Sorry.
We're dropping it upwards.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, what is this now? Huh? We love llama?
Yeah, it is We Love Llama, but what is this voice?
I have no idea where this comes from. And of course, this is a very, very real warm-up. This is, of course, testing relevant skill sets to this tournament, this match. Very important to see jump trill ability here.
Yep, wait a minute, wait.
I
think it's speeding up. Yeah, it's speeding up.
Yeah, I think it's speeding up, yeah.
I think this is 1.1. It's gonna go to 1.2, I think, at some point. We'll have to just wait. That's just my prediction. Never mind. Okay, well,
nice.
Okay, that was Blastix Riots. Oh my! I mean, this was literally the last part.
This map is really breaking the client completely.
I know, right? Like, come on, it's literally the last part. Does the client have to stop on the last part? It's already done.
Oh, wow.
Well, thanks for the client, I guess. I guess we're not gonna look at that.
Mr. Moo in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah, well, it looks like
we're gonna have a three-way match.
Yeah, we're gonna have a three. No, make it a four-way match. Fust is not even the referee for this one.
Ooh, guest participant joining in the semi-final stage.
Oh, okay. I like this warm-up. A new start. Yeah, this is a really good map. It's just really sad that we don't get to see the chat.
Yeah, it does look like chat's not working. So I mean, we're gonna be out here being surprised. The pics are just gonna pop up. We're gonna just see them live on the screen. Well, we'll eventually be able to see the protects and bans, I'm sure, but it just won't be a little bit with a delay.
Okay, so I do hope the actual chat gets shown because it'll be important for like bans and protects and picks.
Yeah, of course. For now, I guess they should be getting into this warm-up soon. Perhaps. We will see. This is just a usual day with the tournament client.
Well, I guess if it finally all works out, I guess you could say that this is a new start. No one gets it. All right, I'm just gonna let you all figure it out. I'm just gonna let you all figure it out. I'm not gonna.
Okay. We'll let that one sit for a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like if no one gets it, it's fine. But all right.
Okay, I hear music.
Are we back?
It sounds like they're playing. No, no, they're not. Okay, that was just bait.
All right, there we go. See, well, now, do you get it?
Oh, we get it. Yeah, we get the chat. We get the chat.
Yeah, and now I was like saying, if the client is back, I guess you could say it's a new start. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. I got it the first time.
Oh, you got it the first time. Let's go. I thought you didn't get it. I had to re-explain it on stream, but I didn't know that you already got it.
Okay, okay. OD0, Pog, let's go. 7.2 stars. Oh, this is a 4 minute. This is a fairly long one. So based on absolutely nothing, I would probably just assume that this is on Bakasi's warm-up. Just because I like randomly picking.
Yeah, that is true. Also, I like how the chat there says that I travel endlessly to explain her joke. Well, that's exactly what I did.
Endless travel, of course. Hey, this is pretty close accuracy right here. Of course, OD0 not gonna like mean the most, but still.
Yeah, this isn't really gonna give out that much information, except for probably who can hold combo better. But in my opinion, like the only information that you can gather here is if Pavin would be more prone to choking, which honestly doesn't look like it's the case right now because both of them are holding their full combos even in difficult patterns like this. However, on the accuracy side, I don't think there's that much information to get here.
Yeah, not too much. And I imagine like OD0 maps tend to be like patterning tends to be kind of comfortable for the star rating at least. So I imagine this is not too difficult, you know, compared to this, 7-star, what the 7-star suggests.
Well, it is OD0. You have to take that into account. So like, it's kind of like one of those maps where you don't have to worry about act too much and worry more about the combo.
Yeah, that's fair. So I guess we're seeing a little bit of density, see how comfortable they are with more dense patterns, more inverse-y kind of patterns. But it looks like both of them are equally as comfortable, at least so far in the map. So, as you said, doesn't really give too much away. But unless it gives a lot away.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, that is interesting because now with that miss, I'm thinking, could there be some consistency issues that Pavin may have? In my opinion, even though that one miss sure could give out that information. Pavin has been really one of the most consistent players in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Pavin has been really, like, that's why we saw the match between Miku Aimbot and Pavin. Even though Miku Aimbot had consistently the better accuracy in every map, Pavin, I think, got 3 points off of Miku Aimbot just from FCing pretty much every single map.
I mean, there was actually one map where Pavin did miss, and that was actually a map where Miku also had a miss there, so Pavin could have taken that, but unfortunately mistakes do happen, and they can happen on the most inopportune time. Although it's a part of the game, you know, like
Yeah, of course.
You're not gonna be a perfect player at any factor. So it's just evident by the misses that Onta Picassi just dropped right now.
Yeah, I would say, out of 9 maps, missing once is that's fine. I mean, you FC'd 8 of the maps, right? That's more than extreme.
That is true, but right now, this ending is not easy as well. Because look at those patterns are super uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks pretty brutal here. But only one miss. Basically one miss for each player.
Ah, never mind! You have to curse it, am I right?
Yes.
But hey, I mean it's really close.
Yeah, 1k
2
difference.
misses for each player, I think. Oh, 3? Never mind. 3 misses.
Oh, ratio difference.
Yeah, that ratio difference is actually pretty big. Like 300. That's actually
that's fair. I do expect, given past performances in recent rounds, I do expect Pavin to have overall a little bit better accuracy throughout the match. But I do think Onta Picasi's, like particularly the density scores, I think have been very impressive. So I'll probably expect. Oh,
sorry,
wow.
Sorry for interrupting you, but like, wow, that surprised me.
99
but-
is
Okay, but how do you lose a roll with 81? That's mental.
that's unfortunate. That's just unlucky. Not much you can do against a 99 roll.
Yep. Unless you roll 100 or even a 99 at some point.
You just wish at that point you just roll a 1 and save your luck for the next rounds if you make it through.
Yeah, that is true. So looks like Pavin wants to go first. I mean, if you're confident enough, sure, go first. But like on a tactical side, it could be at a disadvantage, in my opinion.
So Protect gonna come through. I would say the biggest probably advantage that Pavin has against Ontobekasi is probably in like the coordination or like any of the maps that require, you know, a lot of accuracy, a lot of release timing. I think would be good for Pavin overall.
I mean, that makes sense. But for me, maps that are really, really physical give the advantage to Pavin because I think Ontobekasi is gonna fall off, unfortunately, at some point. And this is why I fear this match for Ontobekasi because Pavin is one of the best physical players right now that are still alive. So certainly they have to be very careful there. Although
Okay, and actually is Ontobekasi protecting one of the coordination maps, boss fight after party?
yeah, that makes sense. I think that's the best protect to make. And if Pavin were to ban, I think it should be coordination 1 or 2.
Okay,
It's-
Pavin looks like he was thrown off. So I assume that coordination 3 protect was a very good protect from Ontobekasi. If Pavin was meaning to ban that one.
I mean, okay, well, wait, look at this. You protect a wild card and ban a wild card. Now that's interesting. I mean, to be fair, not every map under the skill set, like not every coordination map is gonna be the same. Not every tactical map is gonna be the same, and not every wild card map is certainly not gonna be the same. But it's still an interesting dynamic if you think about it.
Yeah, it does end up being pretty interesting. I guess it just kind of goes to show that Pavin doesn't really have any major weaknesses. There's no particular pool that Pavin is looking to, you know, ban out. It's mostly just about the individual maps that maybe Pavin is less comfortable on. And it is going to be one of the tech maps that's going to be taken off the board from Ontobekasi, Tech 1.
Did see Ontobekasi's performance in Giant Steps in round of 16, so I think this makes sense, as this was actually a point that they lost. I'm in Giant Steps. That was a point that they lost against Jay, so I think banning a tech map makes sense. However, Pavin going straight to Vend, but you know that your opponent protected the coordination map is gonna be interesting, because if you think about it, the dynamic, again, like what I've said, Vend is very coordination heavy. For me, that's the most coordination heavy in this pool. And if Ontobekasi is protecting a coordination map, you'd probably think like that's their strongest skill set, but looks like Pavin wants to attack that directly.
Oh no, the chat.
Oh man, that
Ontobekasi
does not look good. But if it's the same pattern, then I don't think it should be a problem.
It is the same pattern. I'm pretty sure it's the same pattern, but practicing on OD2, probably not ideal.
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's the same pattern, so he was practicing the correct patterns, but maybe gonna get a little bit less ac than he would have expected.
that's true. I mean, also look at the star rating, 4.78 star. That is a very deceiving star rating. It's certainly not there. I mean, sure, it's physically not too hard. Probably one of the easier physical maps in this pool, but this is not a 4.7 star.
Yeah, coordination in particular is one of those things that typically does end up having a lot of really low star ratings. Never gonna have any coordination map that'll give you PP ever.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't really know, honestly. Wait, what happened? Okay, never mind. It's okay.
Oh.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just playing.
Yeah, clients going wild.
You know, when I think of Bend, I think of chord jacks, not LNs.
Yep.
But
Same.
to be fair, this is kind of like a chord jacky LN map, I guess. So I guess it kind of fits, but look, I mean, if you think about it, it's still not something I expect for an LN map.
But yeah, even though this is the short version, it is a whole 3 minutes long, so not too short. So the accuracy and the consistency definitely are going to matter quite a lot here.
And right now, Pavin does have the higher act, but like what you said, consistency is what matters the most. You can have an amazing start, but if you fall off in any part, then unfortunately, that's gonna be your undoing.
Oh man, look at these accuracies, 99.8, 99.82. Oh
wait
my
a
god,
minute.
Pavin!
Pavin with
That's
a
a
huge drop.
miss.
I mean, okay, I did say it was a huge drop, but this is a lead that's definitely possible if Antipicasi drops. However, this map is relentless. So I could see Antipicasi dropping anytime soon. But right now, the lead certainly is secured onto Antipicasi's favor.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side for Pavin, that was a fairly clean miss. Didn't drop too much accuracy, and we can already see the accuracy is starting to build up for Pavin again. 99.7 already, less than 0.1% percent deficit for Pavin. So very much in the game in terms of accuracy. But if Antipicasi just keeps up this combo the rest of the map, then this is going to be a win, a break point.
True, but look, that accuracy is dropping. Pavin is actually increasing that accuracy, but as I say that, they drop 1 to 100. This part is deceivingly easy. Like, it doesn't look physically hard, but those 200s can certainly kill you. And here we go, that's actually a core jack part, which is free act for most people, but this part is certainly not free act. I did see a 200 drop from Antipicasi, but that's not enough.
Yeah, Antipicasi can afford 200s. 200s not a big deal at this point. It is going to come down to the misses. If there is a miss from Antipicasi, Pavin's accuracy is absolutely high enough right now to be able to capitalize and come back.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fact that Antipicasi has an act lead makes me wonder if even one drop would be enough from them. Because if you think about it, it would just equalize the combo cap, but the accuracy lead would still be a. Oh, wait a minute!
That's it!
That's what I was. Oh my goodness! Pavin
And the act
actually
lead
takes
now.
the lead.
Yeah, actually now definitely in Pavin's favor. And that was
that's
just
true.
such an inopportune moment for a miss from Antipicasi. The very end of the map, there's no time left to come back. Pavin has managed to steal the lead back at the end.
Man, and Pavin dropping so many 200s, but that's not gonna be enough.
Oh, it's close.
Oh my god!
Those
700 points.
200s. Those 200s almost lost the map completely from Pavin.
If you think
And
about
actually,
it.
look at this act. The act, if we remove the misses from the equation, the act was actually cleanly better from Antipicasi. Well, by a little bit, but still.
Oh my. If you think about it, if Antipicasi only dropped 1 or 2 misses, this would have been their point. But 3 was definitely
Absolutely.
too much. 3 was too much.
I think just 1 200 less from Antipicasi, I mean, that's already a win for Antipicasi because it's 1 miss each. The misses were traded. It's just the accuracy. That's 0.01% difference. But what a bad time, unfortunate time for that miss.
It was
And luckily for
unfortunate.
Pavin, it was Pavin's own pick. So not the end of the world. Antipicasi gets the pick now. But you're going to be kicking yourself. If it comes down to a 1-point difference by the end of this match, that is going to be the point that Antipicasi looks back on now.
Here's my take on that. I actually agree with all of your points, but if you think about it, if you're on Antipicasi's side, you should be thinking right now, okay, wait, I'm actually able to match, if not get better accuracy than Pavin. So, if you think about it, even with those misses, I get that you lost the point, but it's certainly a good sign that accuracy is in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. And this accuracy from Antipicasi definitely looking good at the start here. And now we're getting another Ferriquidus map. All 3 Ferriquidus maps in the pool are out already. Crazy that there's 3 in the pool though. That's not an artist I'd normally expect to see 3 times.
That's true. I mean, wait a minute. Something that... Wait. So, Pavin picked a map that was mapped by a Thailand person. And now, Antipicasi is picking a map that's made from someone from Indonesia.
Oh, you're right. I actually didn't notice that. True.
Come on, come on. Is this how it works now? Where's my Philippine pick? My Philippine pick. Oh wait, there is one pick. Wait, I'm not supposed to be spoiling right now. I have a match later.
Hmm.
And apparently my opponent is watching, so ignore that. Let's ignore that happen.
Yep. No, you didn't say anything.
Yeah. What was I saying? But anyways, I think this pick is interesting because I would have thought technical is something that Anta Picasso may have a slight weakness on. It does have the accuracy challenge that the coordination has, but it is more unorthodox. So I wonder how this plays into the match.
Here we go, very early on into the map so far. Both off to good starts, very, very similar accuracies.
Oh my god, like, look at those bursts come in and the accuracies are still similar except for the fact that Pavin is increasing it, but Anta Picasso is slowly going lower. So really, this pick could well be a breakpoint for Pavin at this rate, but Anta Picasso still has so much time. This is almost 3 minutes, so this is certainly not over, but Anta Picasso drops! That is unfortunate.
Oh, that's a big break. Now, this is very large in the accuracy lead and the combo lead also for Pavin. Pavin's holding 99.82, actually increased the accuracy out of the intro.
And this is exactly what I was thinking a while ago, like, again, technical is one big question mark for me and Anta Picasso. We did already see them ban one technical pick. Or, you know, what if they were just taking this to listen to credit to this? I did see the chat a while ago that they said that they liked it. Which is honestly, okay, sure, a good morale booster if you really like the maps or songs as well. But you're down 2 points if this continues.
Yeah, still half of the map left, and we saw what happened on Ven just before, so anything really could happen in the second half of this map, but it is a very solid lead right now for Pavin.
Yeah, Pavin has to drop like twice. I feel like Anta Picasso had like 2 or 3 misses on that one part alone. Or maybe just 2. But still, it's concerning because Pavin's act lead is very sizable to the point that even if they drop twice or like once or twice, this would not be enough.
Yeah, there has to be a definite miss coming from Pavin, but there also has to be a pretty big accuracy drop. And I mean, Pavin's slowly losing accuracy, but nowhere near fast enough for Anta to be able to catch up.
The time is running out. If Anta Picasso wants Pavin to miss, it has to be now. But it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. That accuracy from Pavin as well is really good. I think this is going to reach the 990k range unless I curse it for some reason, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, it is looking like 990k right now. I think 99.7 is definitely 990k. Just barely, I think.
Well, you can get a 200 at the end because look, this part is really difficult.
True.
But
true.
no 200, no 200, so it is a 990k.
There we are.
So wow, that's not that big of a gap, and the ratio is actually not that
3
far.
200s.
But yeah, 3 200s by Pavin definitely gave them the point. So now you're in a point where you're down 2-0. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not an unbeatable advantage, but something has to be done. And according to Pavin, this is probably their side 3. Wow, first score. For a first score, this is really good.
That's a really impressive first score, yeah. And now Pavin gets the advantage of picking their own pick now. As you said, 2-0 up, breakpoint taken for Pavin. So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to go for. Density, we're going to a third different category in our third pick. Makes a lot of sense not going for the coordination. Again, that was a little bit too scary for Pavin at the end.
Now that I think about it, Sugar Song could probably be a map that favors Anta Picasso a lot. Okay, but Lamia is actually one pick that I wonder if this really does favor Pavin. Because yes, it is a density, but at least from my experience, it kind of fits under the realms of a wildcard and tech and coordination in some way. Like it just kind of mixes well together. But we'll have to see how these two actually perform.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out here. First density map we're seeing in this match. So here we go, on to Bukasi, definitely looking for a break point to be able to tie up the score once more.
All right, so we'll have to see how this one goes. And right now, it does look like Onto Bukasi has a slight lead over Pavin. And this is not that long of a map, so any lead would matter so much more than, let's say, a map that lasts for 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is insanely impressive accuracy right now from Onto Bukasi. Oh, as I say that, that's a little bit of a drop, but still 99.83, a little bit of a lead over Pavin. But no more. Another 200 being dropped. Now, both accuracies just about tied.
Well, never mind, because now Pavin has the advantage. Looks like density could actually be a matchup that Bukasi could just look into, because the lead that Pavin has right now is not too big.
And it looks like all in just 200s so far. I think Onto Bukasi's ratio at the start was definitely better. But these 200s just keep coming in, and Pavin, it doesn't look like there's been any accuracy drops from his side, so looking like almost a score V1 double S.
That's true, but Onto Bukasi is increasing that accuracy fast. Pavin rather is not. I don't know if that's dropping, but it doesn't look like it's that stable. At any point in time, one of these players could drop some more accuracy, but it looks like they're both able to hold on. That is very important, especially for Pavin. But that's a 200 drop. Could that be an indicator that they're getting a little bit more unstable? I think I saw another one right there.
Oh, it's close. It's 0.05 of the difference between the two players, both with full combos still. But we're at the end of the map. There's not too much time left.
There's still not that much time left, but there is still a chance. Onto Bukasi fighting for 1 point, but Pavin's act is too strong for a chance. However, once again, anything can happen. I saw another 200 drop there. That was a little bit scary, not by the way. But wow, looks like that was
0.04, 1,000 points of difference.
How are players still consistently 990k in this pool? I don't understand.
This is wild. 4 200s versus 5 200s, and that ratio is really similar as well. Not too far apart, but just slightly worse for Onto Bukasi, and that's going to be 3 points in a row for Pavin.
Yeah, that's a really difficult score to match. 992.6. And looking at the 200 count difference, 5 and 4, like that's not even that big, but that ratio certainly gave Pavin that point.
Yeah, very easy to imagine these maps going either way. But here we go. It's going to be the second coordination pick here from Onto Bukasi, Sugar Song and Bitter Step.
Yeah, this is the pick to make, in my opinion. Sugar Song is like, this is the Onto Bukasi pick, in my opinion. But yeah, I really do think this map favors Onto Bukasi in some way. But if Pavin full combos, then that's a bad sign. See, the reason why I think it's a bad sign, because overall, for 2 maps, Pavin had the better act, and for 1 map, Onto Bukasi had the better act. So, it just kinda cancels out. But at least it's a coordination pick. So I do think that accuracy advantage could very well go into Onto Bukasi if Pavin is not careful.
Yeah, I mean, 2 out of the 3 maps haven't had the better act, but it hasn't felt dominant in any way. I feel like, depending on the map, it does seem like Onto Bekasi can definitely match Pavin's act. We'll have to see if this is one of those maps, though.
Oh goodness, this map is evil in terms of the length. 4 minutes and 10 seconds is certainly not an easy way to hold coordination, and this definitely puts another meaning to the word coordination. Not only does it force you to be able to independently release your fingers, but it also forces you to be able to combo them. So I guess you could say this is 2 COs. Coordination and consistency is how I would put this map.
Yeah, and I mean, the mental stamina comes into play as well here when you're thinking so much about the coordination, the timing. You have to use your brain for a lot of these patterns. You can't just autopilot them.
Yeah, that's true. And like, now that you mentioned the brain, like, the brain power that's really needed for a map like this is a lot. You need the mental fortitude to be able to not only just hold the full combo, but all the amazing accuracy that you'll need. And Pavin is dropping some 200s, unfortunately. And Onto Bekasi does as well. Never mind, that was a miss!
Oh.
What?
That was a whole chord miss, I think. That just dropped 0.3% immediately. That was
I don't know, but that was such a weird place to miss.
That was a strange miss. Yeah, that was just a straight up chord, just by itself chilling there. That Onto Bekasi just finds a drop on, and now this is going to be an uphill battle. It was very close, but the accuracy now in Pavin's favor. Long map though, so a lot of time for Onto Bekasi to try and build this accuracy back up, try and contest Pavin's accuracy once more.
That's true, but without that miss, I feel that Onto Bekasi actually has the act advantage. Looks like Pavin is kind of showing some fragility, and as I say fragility, there is the drop that Onto Bekasi needed.
Oh, but it is one miss, but we can see the accuracies right now. That was much cleaner of a miss from Pavin, and it's still about a 0.1%. Oh, but now, okay, that's a second miss from Pavin. Now Onto Bekasi takes the lead back.
Yeah,
accuracy's tied.
And another drop of Pavin. What is going on? I believe that's when the mental fortitude aspect really comes into place. After hitting so many notes, you could get tired. And that was kind of displayed by Pavin there. Onto Bekasi keeping that mental state, that mental fortitude and stamina that they really needed. And now they have a huge act lead as well.
Yeah, that's just something that happened. Like, we know absolutely that Pavin has the physical ability, the physical stamina to be able to play this, but as you said, you know, it's the mental aspect potentially coming into play here. Once you play coordination maps using your brain so much for 3 minutes into the map, sometimes your mind just goes blank.
That is true. And right now, Onto Bekasi is looking really confident, pulling onto the charge that they absolutely needed. Pavin is increasing that act slowly, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. I think this lead is way too big for even a drop to matter.
That was 3 separate misses from Pavin, and the accuracy lead as well in favor of Onto Bekasi at this point. Even if there was 1 miss from Onto Bekasi, there has to be a second one at some point for Pavin to be able to come back. And we're at the end of the map. There's simply not enough time.
Oh my goodness. This is actually one of the more confident picks Onto Bekasi has, and one of the more confident picks in general. But looking at the ratios and the 100 count, it doesn't
12
seem like,
misses.
It doesn't seem like Pavin had it, but I feel like that's actually a lag spike or some sort.
That could absolutely. I think both of them could be lag spikes here.
Okay, yeah.
5 misses.
Wait, both of them had lag spikes.
Yeah, because Onto Bekasi only missed at 1 point. Getting 5 misses at one single pattern of the map shouldn't really happen unless it's a lag spike, you would think. It's weird that it happened to both players on the same map, though.
I mean, Asians and our hardware. Even I can relate to that. I can relate to that too. So yeah, Let's go. The Asian hardware battles. It's okay. As an Asian, I know how bad hardware feels, and I have certainly felt that on so many matches.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but what we can say at the very least is, looking at that accuracy, if we imagine a hypothetical situation where neither of the players had lag spikes and both players full comboed, Ontapakasi still would have won, just by a bit.
Sure. Okay, looks like Heaven's Lord. This is Pavin's Protect. I actually like this because there are some mini jacks in this map, and I fear that Ontapakasi might be a little bit less consistent for a map like this.
Yeah, this is the Protect, I think, from Pavin coming out as well. So definitely one that they're probably going to be at least relatively more comfortable on against Ontapakasi.
That is true, but we'll have to see how this one plays out. Will this benefit Pavin? I think it will. But Ontapakasi, I did say that he had a disadvantage on a map like this, but I don't think the doors are closed just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Ontapakasi only really needs one breakpoint to be able to come back in this match and tie it up completely, as long as he wins all of his own picks. But easier said than done, because both players, as we've seen, they can't really afford many mistakes at all against each other.
And oh wait, Pavin dropped some 200s at the start, but that is too early because, you know, this is a really long map and there's so many opportunities to drop some 200s here. We'll have to see how the mini jack part comes into place though. I fear, again, I really fear a map like this for Ontapakasi. Here we go! Oh wow, looks like both the players actually hit that perfectly.
Yeah, both players hitting it well. Accuracy difference negligible. Both players just about tied still.
There is no act difference actually. Wait, it's literally tied right now. But I think Pavin actually has a slight advantage.
Yeah, very, very slight. Single 200 difference really is enough to be able to swing it back to dead even.
And right now, it does seem like Pavin has a very small advantage, but any drops can still happen. This map is very technical in a way. I mean, yes, it is a wild card, but it's so unorthodox. And it just makes you so uncomfortable. Pavin right now does have a lead. Ontapakasi dropped a couple of 200s. But the act is increasing for both players.
Oh my god, this accuracy is so close still. We've got about a third of the map left.
What's
Not
going
a
on?
huge amount of time, but it's so close.
Oh my goodness! That act difference is 0.01! Unless a miss happens! The win has not been sealed for any player just yet! Pavin is dropping some accuracy, which could be big for Bekasi, but I don't think it's enough!
Oh my god, 0.01. The acts are getting closer. Any 200 is going to decide this right now. Even Ratio at this point. There might be enough time to come back from Ratio alone.
Yeah, but this...
but we're at the end of the map.
Wait a minute, is it over? I think it is!
It flickers a little bit, but no.
God. What was that? Only
600 points.
I like
596 points
I like
is the difference.
I like how we said 600 points at the same time. But look at the 200 count. 2 for Ontapakasi, 3 for Pavin. But the ratio difference again favors Pavin.
Just a little bit. Not by too much. That's 60 300s difference. 1 200 advantage for Ontapakasi, but that's not quite enough to make up all of those regular 300s. And yeah, ratio battle in semifinals.
How are people doing this? I don't understand.
And another point being taken by Pavin. Pavin's own pick. And now it is 4-1. Ontapakasi still has a lot to catch up.
That is true. It's just really insane to me. And now, Ontapakasi is gonna counter Pavin's Protect with his own Protect.
Yeah, this has to be the point in time where Ontapakasi picks his own Protect, because otherwise, I mean, this is the potential last pick that Ontapakasi gets. And these coordination picks have been very, very good for Ontapakasi so far, at least, especially in that accuracy department. So we'll have to see if that follows over to this one as well.
This is a map that it's not a good one to sight read, and Pavin is doing that right now.
Oh no.
Don't ever sight read any maps like this. I can already feel that this is an insane map just from the intro.
Oh, and it's already so close. But
Oh.
Ontapakasi finds a miss at the very start.
At least it's the start and not the middle part. And it's only the part where... Here we go. This is actually a really difficult part of the map. But Pavin is just killing it right now. Oh,
Or 50. That was dangerous from Pavin, but...
wait a minute. So this is not over yet. I can see why Ontapakasi is choosing this.
Yeah, the accuracy from Pavin is tanking. Down to 99.46, Ontapakasi's actually caught up in the accuracy really quickly. Although dropped some accuracy himself, it is mostly in that one miss.
And without that one miss, Ontapakasi certainly has a sizable lead. But it's not over yet. This is almost 3 minutes, so there's a lot of opportunity for you to be able to catch up and somehow Pavin, in a way, drops. But Ontapakasi has to hope for Pavin to drop. Like, no choice.
Yeah, there absolutely has to be a drop. There's not enough time to be able to come back through accuracy alone. But this accuracy difference is close enough so that if there is a drop, Ontapakasi definitely might have a bit of an accuracy lead to be able to punish.
Okay, well, it's only 6,000 points. So certainly one drop is enough.
Break section here. Surely no one misses right now.
Oh man, no, don't get me started, okay? I don't want to see anyone miss. Please, no. But right now, it does look like Pavin does have a sizable accuracy advantage. I don't see anyone dropping as of this moment, like what you said. It's still a really close act battle, and this part does not seem as difficult. It does not seem. Keyword is seem, not actually. Because this is certainly a challenging one. A challenging section.
The accuracy lead is shrinking, but it's just not enough because of that one miss at the very start.
You never know, Pavin might drop at the end, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Ontapakasi is holding a nice combo right now, but unfortunately the act lead is way too big. It's not even an Ontapakasi side at this point, so I don't see a chance. But right now, Pavin with an insane score. 985 is really good. Oh, looks like even without those misses, it would have still been Pavin's point.
Yeah, even without them, the ratio advantage in favor of Pavin, 4 200s, 150, but 150 does not do enough to cancel out those 4 200s. So yeah, would have been Pavin's point either way, just by a little bit in terms of accuracy there. But that means that's a second break point now, and Pavin is up 5-1, 1 point away from securing this match and eliminating Ontapakasi from the tournament.
I don't like this pick, actually. You almost lost the density pick, so you're picking another density pick. And this one is arguably the easiest map in the whole pool. So I think, again, Ontapakasi has a shot at a map like this.
Well, it seems like Ontapakasi does not agree. Not liking this map. But we'll have to see. As you said, the density was really close the first time we saw it.
I would have thought Enixia would have been a better pick. And can I just say, the mirror really does look like a blushing face to me. Like the blushing anime face.
It does. It does.
Literally
It needs
a
like
blushing... It's like begging for you to use it.
Like, just one more line in the middle. Slanted a little bit, that's it. It's exactly the same.
I know, it's just wow. Man, this is such a banger on 1.1. I'm gonna say that.
Well, bit of an accuracy drop early on from onto Bakasi, a few 200s, but
That is
this
true, but
ratio we can see. Oh, I got another 200 actually.
well, to be fair, Pavin's hack is not as strong as it looked in the previous maps. So that's kind of a good sign. But if you're not able to capitalize on that, then there's also no point. If that makes sense. But oh, looks like Otto is actually taking an accuracy lead right now.
Yeah, it looks like Onto Bakasi slowly building up a little bit of a lead, recovering from those 200s earlier, while Pavin is staying fairly consistent around 99.7. And this is a 400-point difference, so not really much of a lead so far, as we are a third of the way into the map.
Yeah, it is gonna be a little bit.
They can see each other's scores during those breaks, right? If they have, if they
Yeah,
look.
yeah, but I would not look at that. No one would want to look at that. No,
That is not something you want to do for your nerves, right?
Let's not scare these people, all right? Let's not scare these people. Oh, that's a 200 drop from Alta Bakasi. It's gonna be really close now. Pavin, I think, takes the accuracy lead from that one part. This is when it becomes even more dense, and I think this is when Pavin could really take the advantage.
Oh yeah, look at this. Pavin accuracy increased so fast from 99.7 to 99.78. Just in the span of a minute, really.
Yeah, right now it's 0.04%, but Pavin is slowly running away with it. And right now, we're at the third of a map left, but there's so much more than a third of the map. Just here we go. This is when it really starts to kick in. This really puts the consistency in this pick. But we'll have to see who is gonna drop first in terms of act or combo.
Yeah, and Onto Bakasi's keeping consistent with his accuracy. It's been 99.75 for quite a while, but Pavin has just been the one that's not only keeping consistent, but increasing the accuracy over this entire second half of the map. And that's really what's gotten this advantage. That's
true, but oh wait, Pavin's dropping a couple of 200s. That's not a good sign. Onto Bakasi's actually slowly increasing that accuracy. But is it gonna be enough? Another 200 from Pavin. Oh my goodness, it's actually gonna become closer. It's gonna be a little bit closer than before, but Onto Bakasi unfortunately drops a couple of 200s. And I think that should do it. Unless a miss happens on Pavin's end. This is the end of Onto Bakasi versus Pavin. The scoreline was 6-1, but certainly didn't look like it in the match.
Oh yeah, at the very end there. Very clean score from Onto Bakasi, 1-1-1-1. But at the end, yeah, once again, these 200 counts are so similar. The ratios are really not that far apart at all, but every time it's just the smallest of accuracy leads for Pavin that's really getting him over the line and ending this match 6-1. As you said, this was way closer than 6-1 would have suggested.
So the mere fact that we've seen like multiple double 990s here is insane. It's absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, we saw a whole lot. Both of these players have been FCing map after map with just clean FCs, really low 200 counts. This does mean that Onto Bakasi is eliminated from the tournament here in the losers bracket of semifinals, while Pavin proceeds on. Still going to have to play one more match this weekend, I believe, against Mr. Moo, as you said before.
That is going to be one heck of a battle. So, you know what's the interesting dynamic here? Onto Bakasi is known for being really good at 7K as well, right?
Yeah.
And look at Mr. Moo. Look at Mr. Moo, also known for being really good at 7K. So, looks like Pavin had to face the two 7K giants in this pool. And that's just really interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see who ends up coming out on top in that match. That'll happen, I believe, tomorrow, as far as I know. But for now, actually, we don't really have much time to take a break because we have another match coming up on stream in 6 minutes. That's going to be Sleet Girl versus Grill Roasted. So another losers bracket match, another one that's going to be exciting.
That's true, but until then, please stay tuned for the next match that's going to happen. You do not want to miss this.